Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be getting ready and playing with some new products that I'm so excited to try. I picked up this BB cream from Trish McEvoy yesterday and I'm so excited to give this a try. I also picked up Trish McEvoy's concealer and her eye primer, which I've heard so many good things about. We are going to be doing a full makeup application. I purchased this I think about a year ago from Nordstrom. It's the Lorac Luxe Diamond palette and I loved this palette and I haven't played with it in a while. It's probably been maybe a good 7 or 8 months, but it's so beautiful. All the products that I'm using today are available at Nordstrom. This video is in partnership with Nordstrom, so I want to thank them for sponsoring this video. You guys know Nordstrom is one of my favorite retailers. I know I say this a lot, but it truly is one of the best retailers online or in store to shop because you can get home, kids, women's, men's, shoes, apparel, beauty. It's a great destination for beauty. And what I love about Nordstrom is their customer service. They have, I think, the best customer service hands down of any place I've ever shopped. They make returns and shipping so easy and hassle-free. So yeah, I love Nordstrom. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I got my hair cut yesterday and I'm kind of loving it. I always love when I get my hair cut because the blowout lasts for like 5 days. All right, so we are gonna start first with this BB cream from Trish McEvoy. It's called the Instant Solutions Beauty Balm. It has an SPF of 35. It treats, moisturizes, and primes. It's medium to full coverage with a soft focus finish. It says it blurs imperfections, minimizes shine, and has UVA, UVB broad spectrum protection. This sounds amazing. I haven't really tried, oh, by the way, I got shade 1.5. I haven't really tried much of Trish McEvoy's products. When I used to work for MAC, I'd wander over there and test products, but it's not a brand that I've really have a whole lot of experience with. I've heard good things about certain products. I've never heard anything about this one, so I am excited to try it. Okay, let's see. So I don't have anything on my face except my skincare. I didn't prime the skin. This says that it actually primes the skin, so we are going to see about that. This is the texture of it. You can see that it's got a nice texture. It's not like runny at all. I can feel it slowly moving down the hand, but it definitely, oh, it's interesting. Can I speak? I had a little caffeine today, so I think I'm like, bah, I'll try and slow down. This actually looks darker than I expected. They have like a 1 and a 1.5. I picked the 1.5 and it looks darker than I thought, so I'm glad I didn't go up a shade. I'm gonna use a like round foundation brush to apply it, and we are gonna start in the center of the face. So typically what I find in BB creams is that you usually have a limited shade range because they are more flexible. They tend to, like one shade tends to kind of work for a range of skin tones. I believe this formula has 4 different shades on the website. Okay, I kind of want to actually try with my finger. You know why? Because BB creams are the one product I find that you can use your finger for typically. Okay, so it blends into the skin really quickly and very natural. It says, did it say it gave a medium to full coverage? Did I read that correctly? Let's see. I'd be surprised if it gives full coverage. Most BB creams don't offer that much coverage. Actually, I'm looking on the box. What did I do with the box? Where did the box go? Here it is. Medium to full coverage with a soft focus finish. Okay, so I read that and I expect, I'm gonna go back to the brush. I expect to get a soft kind of blurred effect around my pores and texture. Whenever I see the word soft focus, that's typically what that means. It's going to softly kind of, you know, blur texture on the skin. Okay, so the shade is blending in nicely to my skin tone, even though it does look darker than my typical foundation shade. It blends in perfectly, so I do think that I got the right shade. I didn't do a full pump, but I almost did a full pump, and I would say the coverage is pretty natural. It definitely evened things out, but I wouldn't say that this is quite yet a medium coverage, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. I do like when I find products that are buildable because some products you just can't build. Some products, if the more you put, it just looks like a heavy cakey mess. So when you find a buildable product, it's gonna give you more versatility. It does look really beautiful though, very natural for sure. I would say the finish is very natural. It doesn't look any version of a matte. It doesn't look like a flat matte. It doesn't look like a velvety matte. And it doesn't look glowy. It actually just looks like skin. That's exactly what it looks like. Okay, this is really nice, you guys. I do think that it is blurring my pores. Let me get you guys in a little closer. Here we are. I hope I don't have smoothie in my teeth. I'm drinking a dark smoothie, so Okay, yeah, this looks nice. This looks really beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and use everything that I pumped, which is quite a bit of product, and I'm just gonna see if it builds up and gets heavy looking or anything like that. I'm surprised, honestly, at how much I've put on so far, and it doesn't look heavy at all. It still looks just as skin-like as it did with that first application. I just have more coverage. I'm gonna bring it down here too, under my jawline and my neck. Okay, this is so pretty. Wow. I love that it has an SPF of 35. I really, really do love that. Next, we're gonna go in with concealer, and I think there are a couple different options for concealer in her line, but I chose the Instant Eye Lift. It's a treatment eye brightener. This looked to be like the one that had more coverage out of the options that I found. This is what it looks like. The shade looks a little light. Let's see, what shade did I get? Oh, did I get a shade, or are there different shades? Huh, mine just says Instant Eye Lift. It doesn't have a shade on here. It looks kind of pinky though. Oh, it looks very pinky. Okay, so I think I might have to go in with another concealer. I have a feeling this is gonna not really work for concealer on me. Let's give it a try though. Let me see, let me read this and make sure I'm using this product correctly. Okay, so I'm gonna read what it says on the website. It says a breakthrough long-wearing under-eye treatment concealer that provides instant rejuvenation too. Okay, so it does say it's a treatment concealer. It brightens darkness as it reduces the look of fine lines, wrinkles, saggy, and puffiness for the appearance of a dramatically lifted eye. It says, you know, first apply your eye cream, then apply the Instant Eye Lift, and blend. So it doesn't say anything about applying a concealer over it. I might have gotten the wrong shade. We'll give it a try. I think I did, but let's see how it blends out. Okay, so this is much lighter and more pink than a typical concealer that I would go for. It has a lot of like a peachiness to it, which is gonna help cancel out dark circles. If color correction confuses you, it can be very confusing when you see like those orange or those green or those purple concealer products. Basically, you want to refer to the color wheel, and any complementary colors that are put directly on top of each other neutralize and cancel each other out. So that is why you find more peachy or pink like color correctors for under the eye, because under the eye we typically have more blue or purple tones. And if you look on a color wheel, orange and blue are opposite, so they are going to neutralize when you put them on top of each other. So that is why. And the green color correctors are great for redness. So if you have a lot of redness, acne scars, things like that on the face, green and red are complementary colors on the color wheel. And so when you put green on top of red, it will neutralize it. Wow. Okay. Huh. I didn't expect that. So I was, if you didn't notice, I was blending while I was looking at the camera. I wasn't paying attention to the mirror, and I don't think I need another concealer. That really looks nice. I mean, that blended in way differently than I expected it to. I don't think I necessarily need much more, but I'm gonna add a little more just to see. That really blended in nicely. I expected that to look much lighter, and I expected to have to go in with another concealer, but I don't think I need to. It feels extremely lightweight. It does not feel like a heavy full coverage concealer at all, but it did give decent coverage. It gave decent coverage because it canceled out that discoloration. So it not necessarily even covered, it canceled out, and that's why the eye area looks so bright. Okay, I have to say, you think you like know how something's gonna look, and then you are surprised. I'm kind of surprised by that. That looks really good. I like it. Very, very lightweight. Next, we're gonna go in with the eye primer, which I'm so excited about because this is one product I've heard a lot of great things about, and I've never ever tried it. So let's open this guy up. This is the Eye Base Essentials. It's an eyelid brightener eyeshadow primer. So eyeshadow primer, and I assume it's a brightener because yes, it has a little bit of color to it. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this on the eyes, and I'm gonna use the same brush to blend it out. You can also use your finger, but since this brush already has cream product on it, we're just gonna go and blend it all out. Yeah, so it definitely brightened the eye, which I assume is going to enhance the color of eyeshadow because it's like a bright base for it to grab and adhere to. Okay. Nice, perfect. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and do the brows. I'm gonna do the brows off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, I think for time's sake, I'm just gonna do one eye and then I will off camera do the other eye and then we can jump back in. Okay, so I'm really excited to dig back into this palette. This is the Luxe Diamond Palette by Lorac. It has 20 shades. As you can see, they are very, very beautiful, all neutral, leans pretty warm. You definitely have everything you need to complete a variety of looks from this palette. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm first going to go in with the lightest matte shade. This is the shade Carrot. And we're going to kind of dust that underneath the brow. Okay, next I'm going to go in with the shade Posh, which is a matte kind of mid-tone, warm, pinky leaning shade. And we're going to blend that all into the crease. That's beautiful. Next, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's called Fifth Avenue, and it's a beautiful, like warm pinky purple. It's also a matte. And I'm going to build this in the outer corner and then kind of bring it into the crease. Such a pretty shade. If you like to wear color, but you are someone that typically wears neutrals and you don't know where to start with color, or you want to keep it kind of more, just like more of a neutral color, I should say, purples are really nice, especially like warm purples that have some pink to them. Next, I'm going to go in with this beautiful shade right here. It's called Glamorous, and it is it's a high kind of foiled, let me show you here on my hand, pinky glitter. That's what it looks like. We're going to put that onto the eye, and I'm actually going to use my finger to apply this. Okay, so that shimmer kind of goes on a little more sheerly. It's not like a real pigmented foiled shadow. It's more of like a kind of sheer shimmer. So it'd be great to put on top of product, or put on top of another eyeshadow, I think. Okay, next I'm going to go in and I'm going to deepen it with this shade right here. It's called Exclusive, and it is a matte kind of deep, like purpley brown shade. I'm going to use the same little pencil brush that I used before, and we're going to pack that onto the outer corner. And I'm actually just going to place it here, and then I'm going to go back and blend it with another fluffier brush. For the lower lash line, I'm going to take that shade Fifth Avenue, and we're going to work that onto the lower lash line and kind of give like this plummy pink smoky effect. So next we're going to add liquid liner and lashes, and I'll be right back. So we are back. I have applied liner and lashes, and I also lined the inner rim of my eye with a brightening pencil. I put a little mascara on my lower lashes. Very, very honorable mention of the Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes by Charlotte Tilbury. This mascara is so good. It's definitely one of my favorite finds of the month. You don't really get to see it because I have lashes on, but it is so, so good. Okay, if you noticed, I haven't set with powder yet or done any face makeup, so we're gonna go ahead and move right along. I am going to be using a pretty liquidy blush, so I'm actually gonna set with powder after I apply that. The blush that I'm gonna be using is the Glowpasm Beauty Light Wand by Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the shade Pink Gasm. This is a product that I've had for a while, and I really, really enjoy it. It does have quite a bit of shimmer to it, so if you are someone that kind of steers clear of shimmer on the cheeks, which normally I do because I have large pores, I'm just gonna be very conservative with how much I apply. And I do think that I'm really impressed. Let's actually take a look at the Beauty Balm before I do anything. I haven't powdered it at all, and it still has a pretty like natural finish. It doesn't look shiny at all. My pores still look softened. Yes, you can see them, but they're definitely softened from what they normally are. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna smile, and I am actually going to apply one cheek at a time. I'm gonna put a little bit of it like this, just a tiny bit, you guys. This really has a lot of pigment, you can see, and a lot of shimmer. So I'm gonna be very, very soft and light with my application, and I'm just gonna blend it and work it into the cheek. And if I feel like I need to add a little more, I will, but what I don't wanna do is go in with too much and then have to try and fix that. Okay, see, that's pretty. That's really nice. If you really work with it with a brush, you can kind of absorb some of that frosty pigment. That's pretty. I feel like that gives a very soft, like fleshy glow. Another way that you can use this product is putting it on before you put your foundation on, and that'll also make the product more of a like kind of lit from within look on the cheeks, and it'll tone down some of that shimmer. What I find that even though it does have a lot of shimmer, if you really work with it, you can get kind of the level that you're comfortable with. And for me, it is right about there. Another trick, and I'm not gonna do it just because I don't wanna add more and more, is instead of putting it directly on the face, you can kind of tap your brush or a sponge and then go to the face. And that'll also help kind of control how much shimmer you get from this product. But I did wanna disclose how much shimmer it has because I love this product and I've recommended it in the past, but that's some feedback that I get from people is it has so much shimmer. Okay, next I'm gonna go in and apply powder, and I'm using the Hourglass Mineral Veil Translucent Powder. I like to use this powder when I am using a foundation that kind of has a natural finish and I don't want to tweak it too much because this has the slightest bit of radiance to it. It's also very lightweight, and I'm just going to apply it really on my nose, on my forehead, under my eyes, and then I am going to apply it kind of around the perimeter of my face, which I usually don't do, but you know what? We're going to apply it everywhere. Don't you love that? I'm only gonna apply it here, 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 and then I end up doing the whole face. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with a little bit of bronzer. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrushed Bronzer. I have this shade Medium 2, and it's the perfect shade for me. This is a matte bronzer, and I'm going to dust this really lightly on the, kind of in the temples, bring it down underneath the blush. I do feel like this shade of the BB cream, it works for me. It's not too dark, but I don't feel like I need a lot of bronzer. I feel like if I put too much bronzer, I'll look a little too tan. So we're gonna stop right there. And then last, I kind of feel like I want a really subdued lip. So I'm gonna go in with this gloss from Hourglass. This is the Unreal gloss, and it's the shade Sublime. These glosses are really, really pigmented. So I'm gonna skip a lipstick altogether, and we're just gonna use this as our lip color. Oh, I love this color. Look how pretty this is. Isn't that pretty? It's just like a really beautiful kind of peachy pink nude. Pretty much almost opaque. You don't really need to put anything underneath it. And it has this beautiful scent, like a minty, pepperminty scent. I'm gonna layer it so I get a real opaque look. There we are done. And this is the finished look. I love it. It's definitely within my kind of wheelhouse of like comfortable neutral looks, but it is a little more glam. It's a step up. Those eyes, I mean, this palette, you guys, this palette is definitely a must. It's so beautiful. It's probably my favorite Lorac palette. Just the shade range and the texture range is really nice. You get some more softer shimmers and you get these glitteries. I did add a tiny bit of this shade Cushion Cut on top of that when I did my liner, just a little bit. It kept the like pinkness there, but it kind of like toned it down a little bit. So beautiful. The Trish McEvoy Beauty Balm looks so nice on the skin, you guys. I'm excited to wear this around today and kind of put it to the test. I mean, right now it looks like it could be a new favorite. Seriously, the skin looks so natural. I've got good coverage. The fact that it has SPF in it and the fact that it primes and moisturizes and has all those other benefits is definitely a bonus. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me any questions you have in the comment section below. I will have all the products from Nordstrom linked in the description box, of course. And thank you guys for your time. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.